What's going on, man? What's going on, YouTube? Lately, I've been seeing a lot of agents, and agents come in many different forms, but these people that are hating on Yashkara, I'm convinced they're agents. They saying history don't matter. They just teaching our people blasphemy and ridiculous stuff. And they making all these videos about a man every day, and they just wasting their life. I mean, what are you doing? So look, at the end of the day, let's realize something. All great black leaders have had agents. Malcolm X, look at his situation with Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad was an agent. There was other people in the Nation of Islam that was agents, and that eventually led to his death. They gave information, and they did all of this. Look at Martin Luther King. He was a peaceful brother. He preached nonviolence, and look at what they did to him. He had a change of heart at the end because he said he was going to Washington, D.C. to cash them checks. And that's when they brought him down. But they used Jesse Jackson to do it. Jesse Jackson was one of his understudies, just like Farrakhan was one of Malcolm X's understudies. And they wanted the spot. So they was willing to do anything to bring them brothers down to take their spot. They studied them, but they was jealous of them and they wanted their spot. Now you have it going on YouTube with Yashkara. People study Yashkara, and they're jealous of him and they want his spot, his subscribers, or whatever he got going on in his channel. So they're doing any and everything. Instead of taking the knowledge and applying it to their life and making their life better, they doing anything and everything to bring this man down. And it's not going to work, because when the Most High is with you, you can just see it. They making themselves look like fools, man. Dude go on a camera and put a mask on his face. Try to sound like Yashkara, do the same exact stuff as Yashkara. Try to make these funny voices and stuff. These people really embarrassing themselves. And then you got one dude say history don't matter. That if everybody had the truth, it wouldn't matter. And then you got dudes that just make parody videos and put up fake pictures. They really just embarrassing themselves. And Satan got them thinking that they embarrassing Yash, that they bringing Yash subscribers down. And by the way, let me see something about that. Because last week, I think about 2 weeks ago, I hadn't heard nothing from Yash, Samuel, Mr. Donnie 908. Because I'm subscribed to all these people, Yashkara. And I went on my phone, I went on my computer, and I wasn't subscribed to them no more. I didn't delete the subscriptions. I just saw I wasn't subscribed to them, just them 5 people no more. So I'm pretty sure that the powers that be, the elites or whatever you want to call them, is trying to stop truth, man. And I really believe that these agents turn in information. This is just what I believe. And you hear what Yash is saying is coming to pass. Look at Tyson. Yash always talked about Tyson chicken and how it's bad for you, how it's got antibiotics, hormones, added stuff to it to make it grow faster and make it huge chicken. And look at what's going on. Tyson is having a recall. So, if you don't think this stuff is real, it's happening right in front of our face. Just like Yash said about the drones with the pizza delivery. If you're a member on 7th Stage, I guarantee you that's going to end up happening in America. Because just like Yash said, they want us to get used to all this stuff before they just hit us with the collapse, before they just hit us with this and that. And I just saw in the news today, as far as the collapse, I just saw in the news today about a Wells Fargo CEO agent. She had lost $40 million, a lot of money, and she got hit. So it's just everything I see is coming to pass. And in this last week, I was actually researching a lot and learning a lot of information. This guy King Rasta, he put me on the Red Dragon bloodlines, and I couldn't really understand what Yash was saying about interracial marriage and people splitting up. But instead of making parody videos and using my YouTube channel to bring other brothers down, I did the research. And I figured out the King Solomon bloodline connected to Queen Elizabeth. And then how he had sex with He had but he had 700 wives. I just figured out so much stuff and how this bloodline stuff really means something. I didn't think it meant anything who you had a baby by. And I didn't really think, because I mean, I see so many people in my everyday life just having babies out of wedlock, and it just seems like to me like people just excited about everything and nobody really cares. So when you around that environment and you trying to get spiritual, sometimes you might be brought down with your environment, but the Most High is always going to elevate you to a new level as long as you're not slandering people and keeping people down. And I think we just have to move forward and stay focused. We have to stay focused because these agents making all these pair of videos trying to get everybody to subscribe to their page and have everybody into this falsehood, and Satan is just using them. So now we got all these people, all these black brothers, mostly unarmed, getting gunned down in the streets. And the scriptures of Zechariah, I believe that's how I pronounce it. Excuse me if I'm wrong. But Zechariah 11:5, the oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. None of these people is being held guilty, but the Most High is going to punish them. And I'd rather get my punishment on earth than get my punishment from the Most High, because when the Most High give you your punishment, it's not no coming back from that. And you have nobody to run to when you in trouble with the Most High. So that's what I believe. And all these black people getting shot and no cops is being arrested. And then I understand that white woman, from what I know, she was arrested and charged with manslaughter. But what about all the other deaths of unarmed with the white male police officers? I haven't seen Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown. They was sacrificed. They dads was Masons, and they moved up in the Brotherhood. That's why when they kids died, they got all these honors on BET, MTV, not MTV, but BET, because they dads was Masons. And the moms really, I don't think they knew about it, but you can see the change in them as it went through. And you know, I've been watching a lot of Seven Stage, a lot of knowledge that King Rasta been putting out. He tells people different stuff to watch, research, and I think I'm gonna make a video on that Bloodlines, because I wrote a whole lot of notes on that. So I got a lot to say about the Red Dragon Bloodlines video that I saw, because that was really deep, and I would have to really go into notes to really get to that. But it explained a lot to me, because before I was in this camp, I used to be, not this camp, before I was in the Truth, Shalakia, but before I was in the Truth, I used to be in the Red, Black, and Green camps, and I couldn't understand where them stories came from about Osiris and Isis, but I see now they come from Nimrod and Semiramis, which is Nimrod's mother, because Nimrod had sex with his mother, and he was chopped into pieces. And when they chopped him into pieces, his mom found all the pieces except the reproductive organ. So that's a long story. I can't really get into that right now. But when I get my notes and make my Red Dragon Bloodlines review for King Rasta, I will get into that. But at this point, we have to stay focused. We cannot be making parody videos, stooping down to a level of ignorance, because those people are ignorant, and ignorance ain't a bad word. It just means unlearned. Them people are ignorant, and I really just think they made a decision to be in a 2/3 and working for Satan. They don't know it, but the Most High knows you from the womb. So them people is just doing what they was put here to do. We have to move forward in truth and stay righteous and stand for righteousness. So at this point, I don't have time for any games. I don't have time to be making funny videos on YouTube. I'm trying to get my stuff together and get my family together, and I'm trying to be a man. That's why I asked Yash Kara that questions on the 20 questions. I didn't ask him that so I could be funny and say he's not a man. I don't do that. I don't do funny stuff like that. That's weak to me. I wouldn't even feel like a man if I did that. But I'm trying to do what I can to be a man. That's why I look up to elders like King Rasta and Yash Kara, because they teach me so much stuff that I don't even know. Because a lot of these people, they look up to these people on YouTube. You know, King Rasta, for example, he might give some knowledge to somebody out there. It might be on YouTube. They might click on this video. They might be online just surfing prank videos, and they click on his video and the suggested links, and they go into Red Dragon Bloodlines, and that right there might change their life, and they might go into knowledge. And once they go into knowledge and come into the truth, that's one person. That's all that matters, is if you can reach one person. You don't have to help the world, but if you can reach one person, you're good. So I'm just trying to use my platform on Spreaker and do whatever I can do to inform my people of what's coming, to inform my people of the truth that I know. You know, everybody's not going to interpret it everybody's not going to interpret it the same way, but I'm trying to illustrate the truth in the way I see it. I'm not going to try to copy nobody or do this or do that. So at the end of the day, man, these people is jokes, man. Anytime, if you following a man that say the truth don't matter, if everybody had the truth, it wouldn't save lives. But then he claimed to spread the truth. And then this dude, keyboard musician, jumping from Mark Dice to Leah Lance, Tariq Nasheed, Yash Kara, the white man, the black man, the white girl, the black girl, this, that. I mean, these people confused, man. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, it can make 50 videos about me. I don't care. You can find my picture online with Cyrus Sunseti. I already said I used to be in the camps before I came in the truth, but I was never looking for them. I was always looking for the Most High. And they told me that Osiris was the Most High. They told me that Allah was the Most High. So whatever I could do to get to the Most High, if I thought I was worshiping the Most High and I was led astray, Father, forgive me. Forgive me for my ignorance. I'm trying to be a better man. But I'm glad I came into the truth. I'm glad the Heavenly Father had enough mercy on me to take me out the camps. There's no way if I was sticking to a man, I would have been stuck on Prophet Muhammad. I would have been stuck on Elijah Muhammad. I would have been stuck on Cyrus Sunseti. But I'm coming into truth. And if Yash Kara is an agent, like King Rasta said, it'll show for itself. But what makes you an agent, man? I mean, Elijah Muhammad was sleeping with a whole bunch of different women. He was working for the CIA. He had deals for the KKK. We all know the KKK run the NAACP. That's a fact that's been thrown out there a long time ago. So, at the end of the day, what makes that a person an agent? Because they interpreted the scriptures a way that you didn't interpret it? So now they're an agent? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, I just had to give y'all something because it's been a long time, man. I'm pretty much about to be out. And shalom and barakatah to all the viewers. And I got to give a special thanks to Daniel. He keeps sending me information. There's a lot of things going on. And, you know, as far as that, just like with the presidential debate, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, to me, they're both agents for the Zionists, if that's what you want to call it. Puppets for the Zionists. They're not going to do anything for us but bring us to the collapse. That's all they're here to do. Donald Trump's here to start the race wars, but whatever they do is just bringing us one day closer to the collapse and pissing the Most High off more so he can come down with wrath. So I'm just glad I'm able to get to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahawashim, Yahweh Shai, and come back into truth before the collapse, because I've already been at this point, man. When I first got on my knees and asked the Most High for the truth, I ran into a guy at college. Before I went into any of them camps, I ran into a guy at college, and he told me the Most High was Yahweh. I never heard that name before. Nobody else believed that name. Just that one dude told me the truth, and the Most High led me to him, and I shut him off. And I hope the Most High forgive me for that. But I shut him off because I was like, this one guy believed in Yahweh, and everybody else in the school believed in Jesus, Allah, Elijah Muhammad, this, that. So I hope that brother forgive me. I hope the Most High forgive me for that, most definitely. And Yahweh Shai, because that was wrong what I did to that brother. And I'm man enough to admit my mistakes. I'm man enough to say I was in the camps, but I came out, but it was still a mistake on my part. And I hope the Most High can forgive me for that. But at the end of the day, we got to stay focused. And like y'all said, 2/3 ain't going to get it. So I'm only concerned with the 1/3. And I'm only concerned with the people that's about love, spirituality, truth, and righteousness. So shalom and barakatah to the viewers. Barakatah.